Ooh. Good morning, brothers. Got some mail, but let me start off with let's see. We got two guys that are trying to spam the channel again. TFLers. One guy lied about his shit. Claims to be some kind of Bible thumper, but really he's not. He's got two different accounts with two different ages on it. So that tells you the quality of this person. He's one of those kind of people that, and I know the type, they like to go around and debate. Um, they love to prove how smart they are because they feel small inside and they want to engage in debate. And all that does is waste time, okay? That just drags you down to negativity. I used to be like that when I was on So Suave. These little nerdlets would come out and I would try to engage them to show them smart as they are. I was all about my own ego, though. I should have fought back against those idiots over there and just kept doing what I was doing. See, that's what I learned. You engage in those kind of people, you get drugged down to their world, down to their level. So when you see them come on the channel, a couple comments is good, and that's enough, okay? They're here to argue. Guys like the one that I started talking to, he's here to argue. I know his type. And I checked him out, and his issue was over that woman that cut the man's dick off and threw it in the garbage disposal. The married couple, and I already said that was an atrocity. It never should have happened. Blah blah blah. I feel sorry for the dude. As I said, they're in a relationship. They're in a marriage, and just like Lorena Bobbitt, she was in a marriage, and I guess the first guy I know was cheating on his woman. I don't know about the second one because I didn't bother going into the whole slathering over the negativity of it. You know, she's going to spend her time in jail for what she did, and good for her. So that's what she deserves. But these guys who are these internet pimps, they like to get issues like that and broadcast and slather over it and drum people up. And what it does, it gets them more viewers, okay? They like to engage in debates and arguments, and that's all designed, it's all a marketing thing, because it pumps them up and it pumps up people that are listening who vibe with them, okay, so that they get more viewers. And that's all that really is. I don't believe this new guy is really that slathering all over it. Obviously, he's one of those people that wants some attention. That's why he's trying to use the church. There's a lot of black preachers out there that do that for that reason. When I told you fellas, when I was in high school, I wanted to grow up to be a preacher, and I want the attention, I want the power and all that kind of stuff. So what changed my mind was Jim Jones. And I realized, you know what, I had read that absolute power can corrupt. You know, when you have absolute power, it corrupts absolutely. So I took a different route in life. And I'm glad I did. I've learned so much truth about history that I could never be a preacher. And I respect the one African-American preacher who is no longer preaching from the Bible, but from African history now. The real shit. So I apologize for that fella. I'm going to, if he shows up with a new account, I'll just delete him. And they always like to come out and say, oh, you're a coward. You won't debate. And I already did all that stuff years ago. So I'm trying to keep this site, this vlog, my house, clean of the bullshit. So if you see me delete their comments, understand I'm trying to keep the place clean. Okay? Like I was trying to tell the one fella, when you look through rose-colored glasses, you can't really see very clearly. Okay? Like people like Bill, you can see Bill has lived a twisted, distorted life. He's a total loser. He sits there sweating his drugs out of his system while he does his videos in an air-conditioned environment. And he attracts other people of ilk or same type of energy, rather words. Like ilk, I was going to say, but not everybody that listens to him are drug addicts, but they're down in their lives, okay? I'm getting emails from a guy that wants me to believe that women don't feel vibes, but you guys know women. These people don't have any contact with women, I guess. You guys have heard women say that, oh, there's just something about him. He creeps me out. You guys have heard women say that. So for these people to come out and say that women don't have sense vibes, that shows a total lack of understanding of women. It's kind of scary that they're in the dark that much. But it's no wonder why their lives are fucked up. And then the same fellow wants me to he wanted me to watch a video of a woman he says is lying about looks. This is the second woman that said looks aren't as important. I was listening to the Hot Alpha Female, and she said for men on a scale of 1 to 10, which is true, looks are about an 8. But she said for women, most women, it's about a 2. And I would say the women I've dealt with, it's a little bit higher. But you know, she's in Australia, a different country. Different countries have different perspectives. I would say about a 3 or 4. That's what looks are important. What would you say, Jovina?
Well,
for most women?
Here in the United States,
Yeah.
I can say here, I would say it's anywhere from like 7 or 8.
For women?
Yeah, because here in the
Yep.
United States, I think looks are a lot more important than they are in other countries.
Okay. So Jovina feels like looks are like a 7 or 8, which matches men though.
I think a lot of times it depends on the age group of the women too. You have to divide them up into age group. The younger they are, the more looks are important to them.
Okay, so we got a woman's opinion. I say that judging by what I see out there, 3 or 4 of importance. I see unattractive guys with women all the time.
Yeah, but they have a lot to offer.
Yeah, such as?
They have something going for themselves. They're on a track somewhere with their lives. They're doing something with their lives, and they have the confidence.
There we go. That's what I wanted to get out.
Woman,
yeah.
To get that woman.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, the
Without
tough guys.
they wouldn't get 'em.
Yeah, the tough guys. You can take an unattractive dweeb. You know, just a guy with no masculinity and confidence. He can't get shit. But you take the same looking dude and, you know, buff him out and have him be a tough guy, or not even buffed out, just a tougher guy with confidence, and he can get the chick.
Absolutely.
So that's the difference. Anyway, I see that all the time. Working as a bouncer, I saw a lot of people come into clubs, and I'm like, damn, what's she doing him? But then when I start studying the fella, I realize, okay, he's one of those kind of guys. Okay, so that's why I put it at a 3 or 4, but Jovina puts it at a 7 or 8, and I'll say we can meet.
I also put it in the age groups too.
Oh yeah, okay. So the younger ones, 7 and 8.
Yeah.
When they start to mature.
The older they get, the more they realize other things are more important.
Okay, so that's the corrector there. Okay, so then it would probably come down to about a 3 or 4. Yeah.
I would say.
I guess as women wisen up, they tend to go more for what a man has to offer.
Well, they see the reality
of
a relationship, and figure out that looks aren't really what matters as much as everything else.
I think that's a valid point right there. When it comes from the horse's mouth, hey, would be interesting to do a poll on this here in the States to see how much, you know, looks do matter and see what the difference breakdown is with the age group. But let you guys listen to a woman in England. She's young. She looks like she's in her, what would you say this woman is? About 25? She's in England.
Yeah, mid-20s.
Mid-20s, okay.
25 to 27 or so.
Okay, so, and that's what I try to deal with, is grown-ass women. Anyway, listen to what she has to say, fellas. I can't show you the video, but I'll put the video link in the description box.
I was wondering that just because he doesn't look like Brad Pitt, is he going to be able to get a girl? A girl's really that bothered about physical appearance. First thing that I have to say is, before I give you any advice and the rest of it is, good news for you guys, women are not overly bothered about physical appearance. I think the stereotype...
So she said women are not overly bothered by, I can't do her accent, it's English, physical appearance. Did you hear what she said?
I heard what she said.
Yeah. Not overly bothered by, so...
Look at where she lives.
She's in England.
Right, and
Yeah.
Is probably true.
Think about
Men
what
tend
most
to
of the
be
guys in
more
England
attracted
look like.
Yeah.
physically by what they see, women by what they hear. So now I'm going to give you...
Okay, what did she just say? women by what they see. No,
So
by
men
what they hear.
see, women by what they hear.
Okay, so men by what they. I agree with that. Men by what they see. We look at the face, the titties, the ass,
And women by what they
and
hear.
by what they hear, and that fits with everything I'm teaching. Good conversation. Okay, fellas. So, how much time do I have left for this show? Only got 5 minutes, so let's get into some mail here. So once again, you guys are on the right track. So we just don't have to listen to these TFLers because I don't really give a damn about them. You know, they can stay in their little miserable worlds. You know, we're doing what we do over here. We're making our lives come up. As the fella who sent me the letter yesterday that I did the show on with Andrew, who lost his leg. He had tried to commit suicide, and he said, "I'm gonna go online, and the first person I hear would determine whether he lived or not." And he said he's very lucky that he heard me instead of Bill. Okay. So these guys who are trying to spam the channel, you can't beat that. You can't. No matter what you guys say, you can't do that. Outdo that. Okay. You guys are on a negative path. We're trying to raise our lives up. Just leave us alone and let us do ourselves. You guys do you. Befriending the female's friend's friend. Hell no. I don't even need to read this RS Bone, TS Bone. That's some bitch assness right there. You're trying to sneak in through the friend of the friend, and no. Be a man, step up to the female if you like her. Stop this crushing on the female from a distance. I mean, you're like three people removed on this one. Okay, are there, in your opinion, any downsides hooking up with chicks introduced to you by a close female friend? You fuck it up with them, they're going to be pissed off at you. Okay, you use them, your friends going to be pissed off at you. You don't do your friends. Okay? You don't do friends' sisters. You don't do friends, period. Okay? You leave those people alone.
Yeah, that messes up a lot of relationships.
That messes up a lot of relationships. I've had enough common sense, but I did stupid things. I did 2 roommates. You know, that was stupid. It fucked up their friendship. And it fucked up ours. So I speak from experience. All right, let's check the time again. I'm at 12 minutes. Okay. Me for tube for me 1. History. Yeah, cool. Just wanted to put that out there. Anyway, as far as the show goes, maybe the TFLer types don't respond well to tough love. This is not a critique or anything like that. I was just thinking the wonders it would do for your show if you could help 1 or 2 of the guys that you are having the most trouble with. You know, like taking the high road. I've already helped a lot of people there, M4 Tube. Like the fellow yesterday that I did a show on with 1 leg laying next to a woman as he was typing on Skype. Because I think they are just feeding off of the things you say. It's obvious they're watching my shows. I mean, they're watching my shows every day. It's obvious to the rest of us that you are bigger than that. Show them. And I think what Andrew said yesterday is enough showing right there. Let's see. James, Skype is a paid option that you can take. If ESC James. And let's see, next one. Looks like Phil's sending me a video. Check out my guitar video. Okay, I used to play guitar. I'll check you out. I'm at 1433. ZBiz says, I also want to post you some photos to get judged on my looks. That's some insecurity right there. If you want an appointment with Jovina, go pay for it. She can judge you. She can tell you how to improve your looks. Let's not judge you, okay? That's people do that who do that are insecure. That hot alpha female said guys would send her photos